Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna have to work on this camera angle in the future. It's a little low. It would be better. I'll have to get my stand a little higher. But anyway, I am getting ready to go to Picklefest today. So I haven't done any skincare yet because I am gonna be outside. It's an outside event. So I am going to use my Think Face SPF, which is, it has a tint to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as my foundation today. And I just rub this all over. It's tinted, but it's not like super dark. So it's an okay match for me right now. I had a fake tan this week, which is starting to fade, so might have to bronze it up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna use it around my eyes as well, because I don't think I'm gonna bring sunglasses. So I'm wearing green for Picklefest. And then I'm gonna put like a green bow in my hair, and then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of green to my eyeshadow look today to try to be festive. And I haven't eaten anything yet because I am saving my appetite to eat while I'm there. And yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so I have this much left in my hand. I'm gonna rub the rest in on my face like this. I'm gonna put it over my lips for now so it can like soak into my lips, but I'll probably end up wiping off the excess and then wearing some SPF chapstick. Okay. So as you can see, it like evened out my skin tone. Nothing too crazy as far as coverage, but it does enough where once I layer some bronzer and blush, it does all right. Okay, got a little excess on my hand, so I'm going to make sure I get the perimeter of my face really good. And under here. And then whatever excess, I'm gonna wipe down my neck. Oop, I got some on my shirt. Uh-oh. Wipe it down my neck. Gotta protect. I'm 31 now, gotta protect the skin from the sun. Okay. And it kind of gives this nice like glow. I will try to remember to link this sunscreen, tinted sunscreen slash foundation if you want to give it a try. I like it too because it doesn't like sting my eyes. A lot of sunscreen, like I got some different SPF for my face, which is supposed to be like good for like acne prone and oily skin, but it stings my eyes so bad even if it gets near my eyes. This does not sting my eyes at all, so that's super nice. Okay, I'm gonna let this soak in a little bit. I'm gonna try to wipe off my shirt. And it gives a nice glow. I've been really into glowy, natural and glowy makeup. which like I've seen on TikTok, a lot of people are saying like bring back 2016 makeup, and so kind of like 2016 makeup inspiration has been hitting my TikTok, and I'm like, I'm just getting into the glowy skin. Okay, people? Okay, so I'm gonna let this soak in, give my face a fan here. Let this soak in for a few minutes. So I'm thinking for my eyes today, I want to attempt to do just like a mini wing kind of. And then a little bit of green, and then I want to do like a light cream gold shimmer. I think that would be pretty. I like wearing, whenever I'm going to be outside, I like wearing like shimmer and sparkles because then it like reflects in the sun and it looks pretty. So yeah, and once this dries down, it like darkens a little bit. Initially when you first put it on, it looks a little bit lighter, and then once it dries down, it dries down a little bit. And I remember using this when I was in Florida last, and it's like humid, and as long as you set it a little bit, it like stayed on my skin pretty nice. So yeah. Okay, still feeling. So while I wait for it to dry down, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna take a Q-tip and kind of wipe lightly just to get a little bit of product out. Comb them. I've been using Burt's Bees pencil. It's like a perfect match for my eyebrows. I need to give this a sharpen though. All right, sharpened enough. And fill in the brows. I think I want to do a fluffy brow today too. So I'll just lightly start filling those in. Okay, give them a little comb. All right, and then let's fluff them up. I'm gonna use brow soap. It's like a little bit tinted. Got a new one of these. I like to bend it a little bit. very fluffy. Tone it down just a hair. I think when I run out of this, which is gonna be a while, I'm gonna go for a brow gel though. Just to try to like make it a little bit neater. I like the way the brow soap like sticks your brows in place. I'm gonna fix these later too. They look a little crazy right now, but I'll fix them later. I like how the soap really sticks them into place, but I just feel like it gets kind of messy. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna go back to a brow gel when I use this up in like 3 years. Okay. Got that. Let's see how... This is not drying down super great. So let's do my eyes. I'm going to take a puff and some Coty Airspun. Put it on the puff, and then I'm going to put a bunch under my eye so that if I get any fallout, I can wipe it away. Okay, so let's start with I have this little NYX palette. So let's stamp out these creases. I'm going to take my big e.l.f. fluffy brush and just a little bit of Coty Airspun. Set this down a little bit with the Coty Airspun. This both sets down the foundation, and then it also like helps your eyeshadow blend better. So do that. I know I look crazy right now, guys. Trust the process. Trust the process. Do that side. Okay, and then I got this little NYX palette. I'm gonna go into this creamy shade and kind of put this all over as well. It's pretty similar to the color of my actual eyelid. My Coty Airspun under my eyes made them feel like really tight. So, just a heads up, if you're gonna follow this routine exactly, that's how my under eyes feel right now. Okay, so building this up, kind of just getting it everywhere. So I got that. Let's see. I'm gonna get my Z palette out. Love this. I just put a bunch of my old shadows in it all together. And let's see here. Let's see if I have like a neutral brown. I'm gonna grab a soft blending brush and dig into like this one here, the second one in, kind of shimmery and neutral brown. I'm just gonna put it on my outer V just a little bit, just to get a little bit of dimension. This particular eyeshadow that I'm putting on my outer corner right now is literally from when I was in high school. And I don't know, it's just like so, I'm pretty sure it was like $2, and it's just like so shimmery and creamy. I put the whole palette in my Z palette. Oh my gosh, I'm like drooling on myself. You see that? I will say my eyelids feel a little sticky from the consistency of the tinted sunscreen. So I'm doing a lot of patting instead of wiping, like instead of windshield wiper motions. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my let's see here. I have like an angled brush. It's kind of like not super straight anymore, but I'm going to take like this brown color over here and try to shape a little wing. And then I have like hooded eyes, so I'm gonna bring it out basically straight. Because if I go like up with it, it just like gets all wonky with my hooded eyes. I'm just gonna lightly build that up. I don't want like a super crisp wing. I just want like the shadow of a wing. I'm gonna bring it to the center of my eye. And just kind of give a little bit of a cat eye effect. Okay, wish me luck on this side. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. With some concealer probably, but that's okay. Okay, now I want to take a brush that I cannot find. Okay, that's right. I'm gonna take this like flat brush and I'm gonna go into a deeper brown, this one, and kind of build it up a little bit. On this side. Kind of like blend it upwards. And then I'm gonna go into black eyeshadow, barely touch it, tap off the excess, and just add a little bit for a little bit more dimension. I'm gonna put green on my lower lash line. Get it nice and close into my lashes, because I'm not gonna do eyeliner today. Usually I would do this with tape, but I wanted my sunscreen foundation to dry down as much as possible. I don't know if it's gonna dry down that much because it is pretty glowy consistency. I'm gonna blend this out. And then I'm gonna go into this lighter brown that I was using and kind of blend a little bit better on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna go in and smudge with the dark brown over the black. So it doesn't look spotty at all. I'm gonna blend it up onto my lid. Okay. Then I'm gonna go into my original like transition shade. With my little fluffy brush again, and kind of pat over this and lighten it up a little bit. Get it blended. Also gonna go into some powder foundation and blend this outside part a little bit so it doesn't look as crisp. Oh, there, I want it to be crisp down here, but up here it can blend a little better. Then I feel like the black is going up more on there, so let's try to even it out a little bit. Just a tiny bit of black and blend it up. And then yeah, it's a little bit more symmetrical. And then take some, this is turning into like a complicated eye look, but whatever. Take a little bit more powder foundation and just blend it. And then I'm gonna take this one again, wipe off any black. And that shimmery, darker brown right here, I'm gonna like reinforce that out here. Okay. Then I have this Barbie palette that has these super pretty shimmery. So I'm going to go in this light shimmery with my finger and put this all over the inner half and out to like 3/4 of my lid. Pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. And since I have hooded eyes, I'm gonna bring it pretty far up too, so you can still see it when I look forward. Okay, even out my wing just a hair. My wing. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my skinny fluffy brush again, wipe excess gold, and just kind of blend out. Oh, blend out under my eyebrow a little bit. All right, let's wipe away any fallout. And then let's clean up the wing. It doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty even. I just need to clean up this one a hair with a tiny bit of concealer. So I'll just put a tiny bit Elf Camo concealer on the back of my hand. I have a brush to clean it up. And just very slightly clean it up. There we go. It's even enough for me. Okay, let's set this face. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me powder. It dried down a little bit, but it's just like sticky. So I'm gonna use a brush and just put a little bit on and slowly start to set. I'm gonna skip concealer on my under eyes today. And I'm not gonna set this like crazy. I'm just gonna give everything a little dab. I don't mind it looking glowy. But I also don't want it like sliding around on my face. And then I'm gonna, once I get a tiny bit all around my face, I'm gonna focus most of it in my T-zone because that's where I get the oiliest. And then another thing I like to do is pinch my brush and get in my nose area. Okay. Now I need to bronze a little bit. I'm gonna finish up my face before I do my lower lash line. So for bronzer, let me see. what this looks like. I have some loose bronzing powder. Try that out. Just a little bit. And my face is still a little sticky, so I'm gonna pat it on. And work it around my face. On the forehead, warm up the face a little bit. I had some residual blush on there, so let's get a little bit down the neck. Oh boy. Blend, 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 blend. Get it down the neck. Blend, 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 blend. Get the neck kind of like contoured. If we get under here, blend it really good. This loose powder does not blend great, but we'll work on it. I'll just keep going. Okay, so I'm warmed up a little bit. Let's do some blush. I'm gonna do this bare, actually, I'm gonna do my Ciate blush. It's a little bit more golden. I think it'll match my eyeshadow look a little bit better. I'm gonna place it up here. I'm into like fresh, natural, glowy makeup. Also spent a half an hour just on my eye makeup. Whatever, it is what it is. At this point, there's no going back, so. All right, I brought it in a little far and it's getting a little dark. So I'm gonna take this and a little bit of Coty Airspun and just kind of blend it out. Get it to fade a little bit. I don't like how this is looking on my nose. Do you see that? To try to fix that on my nose, I'm going to take a little bit of powder foundation and dab a little bit. There, that looks better. A little bit more. Looks a little better. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of this powder foundation and clean up my brows just a little bit. I'm gonna keep them like pretty fluffy because I think I'm gonna put a fake lash on. What time is it? Okay, still got some time here. Okay, and then let's see, what do I want to do for a little bit of highlight? I kind of want to use the same shade that's on my eyes. I'm just gonna lightly put a little bit of that on. I'm just kind of patting it on because my face is still a little sticky from that foundation. Oh, my stomach's grumbling. Not sure if you can hear that. Try to get this blended. Lightly swipe. And then I need like a really light transition blush. I don't like when it looks super harsh under my eyes. I might try a little brush and just put a tiny bit of this CoverGirl blush here, so there's not like a harsh line. I don't know, it's pretty subtle, but just get that blended a little bit. I haven't tried putting like the pink powder on my eyes yet, but I like the way it looks, so I might try it at some point. All right, I don't know if that did what I wanted it to do, but it's too late now. I don't know, this is just turning into me winging it. All right, so my face is pretty much done. It's not full coverage, as you can see, but I feel like it's enough where I don't feel like I need more makeup, especially if you're going for a more natural look. I look so natural, right? I'm gonna set this with my Maybelline powder just a little bit more. Okay, I need to wipe my nose a little bit. Definitely looking a lot better now that we bronzed the neck too. Really brings it together. All right, let's get a little bit of green on the lower lash line. I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use that same flat brush that I was using. This is from Shop Miss A. Quality's not great, but it does the job. And then I'm gonna kind of connect it on the bottom. I'm gonna try to fluff it out. Blend, 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 blend. It'll look better once I get eyelashes on, guys, I promise. Okay, and then I'm gonna take what's left on my little foundation brush and blend this. And then I think it might be time for lashes, so I gotta decide which ones I want to use. I got these two for options. They're pretty similar, but this one has that blacker band. This is used, but these ones are new. I think since I'm going for a more subtle eyeshadow eyeliner look, I think I'm gonna go for one of these. All right, and where is my glue? I like to do my lashes before my mascara, and then I use the mascara to blend them all together. That's just what I like to do. Yeah, looking much better now that we bronze the neck, that's for sure. And it matches my arms better. My arms still have self-tanner on them. All right, they will look better once I blend them to my actual eyelashes. Looking a little wonky right now. It's okay, I'll fix it. Story of this entire video. It's okay, I will fix it. All right. Let this dry just a little bit. Make sure these are all nice and tight. Okay. All right, while I wait for that to dry down, let's do bottom lashes. I have just a little bit of this Lash Princess Essence waterproof mascara. I'm trying to use it up. Almost ready to toss it. So let's do lower lash line. I think today is going to be the day I finally toss it in the trash. All right, I'm gonna call that good. And then mascara, El Maquillage. Blend these babies all together. Oop. Stabbing myself in the eye. Sorry, I'm blocking this really bad. I don't know what happened with my eyelash there. It's like upside down on the end. I don't know. I don't really care to try to fix it. This glue is still drying a little bit. All right. I don't know if the lashes are my best work, but here's basically the final look. I'm going to wipe these off a little bit. I'm gonna put some Aquaphor on, and then when I get outside, I will be wearing SPF chapstick to protect the lips. 1 second. Aquaphor. And yeah, so here is the final makeup look. I need to do my hair. I think it turned out all right. I kind of like the lower lash line. I think it turned out decent. It looks a little better now that I got the lashes on. Went for the big bushy brow. Here's a close-up. Hopefully I wasn't way off to the side there. Sorry. Okay. This is it for today. This is the final look. So, okay, bye. See you later.